us, Federation becomes an address not only to help support additionally the institutions that we care about, but also all those institutions that we just don't have the time to think about. Support for the aged, for the sick, for refugees who come to our community, for institutions that we're not involved with. It allows us an address to make some type of contribution to Jews who are in need overseas, and also to the Jewish communities of Europe, and especially to our own home community in the Afula-Gilboa region. So those opportunities allow us through Federation to have a very large impact, both locally, nationally, globally, and in a way fulfilling also our a sense of commitment to the long journey of Zionism as it continues.
You know, we obviously value knowledge and literacy, and I think for me it's really important that that Jews be culturally literate, that they should know Jewish languages, they should know Jewish history, you know, they should have a sort of full education around Jewish culture. And I think that's really important to me. So it's less, I mean, Jewish ethics, tikkun olam, you know, that's great, that's fine. But I think that I'm just really committed to communicating Jewish knowledge, you know, and around language, around text. And so that's what I want to communicate, I mean, both to my students and to our kids.
I would agree with Rachel, because I think that in general, she's right. I mean, we read the research, and it's frightening to think that this generation of American students, and perhaps the previous one, are the first generations in the history of the Jewish diaspora to be culturally illiterate in their own texts. That means they can't work their way through a Hebrew or a Yiddish or a Ladino or a Judeo-Arabic text. And if they can't work their way through the text, that means that their interaction with their Jewishness is either mediated through translation or somehow deemed inaccessible, beyond them. It sounds old-fashioned, but I do not want our family to be a weak link in the chain. There's a concept in at least Yiddish studies of die goldene Kette, this golden tradition that is passed down. And although it sounds quaint and perhaps sentimental, there are such things still as duty and responsibility to things outside of yourself. And that has to do not only to your immediate community, but to communities that have existed past and present and future. So it's our responsibility in some ways to continue to forge that link.